Hey everyone, it's Jess. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have another plan with me to share with you all, and this week we are planning for the week of January 9th to January 15th, where nothing super special, super crazy happens this week. It is just another week trucking along through January, and it was a super fun kit that I got to use, which was the Frosty kit from ScribblePrintsCo with some silver underlays from Plana Hannah, which are also called Frosty. This week I decided to spice things up and color block my week. I don't know why this week I was like, yes, this is the week that will get color blocked, but I think pastel weeks usually color block super well, just because it's not like jarring every day being like a super bright and out there color. Although those weeks color block well too, like neon colors, bright colors. But there's just something about pastel kits that more muted tones that I do love to color block. And I haven't done it in a while, so I figured why not? And this week also came with a extra sort of color way. So there was like the 4 colors that come in every ScribblePrintsCo kit, and then there was like a fourth like additional color that you could add on. Oh, and also the date covers, they were a pattern instead of the solid colors, so that kind of like leaned me more into the decision to color block this week, because then I wasn't worried about making sure that each day matched the date header as well. So I could actually start color blocking on the sidebar, which I did. So I started with like the deep pink, then Monday became the light pink. Then we had like the light purple blue, the periwinkle color-ish thing, then the mint, and then I got like the dark pink. So like it made it so like I had a lot of options for stickers, and I didn't feel like I was going to run out of stickers. And I think only two colors really repeated, so that left me with a lot, like getting to be a little bit more free for each day in terms of things I put down, because sometimes I feel like when you color block you have to get a little bit more creative with like what kind of half box you use, what gets a fancy label, how many little things you use. But when there's an extra color and you can put one of the colors in the sidebar, I think that really helps. So yeah, like I said, nothing much happened this week. I just went to work. I was super tired every single day. I've come to the conclusion that just no matter how much I sleep during the work week, no matter how early I go to bed, I just wake up tired for work and need a cup of coffee on my way to my bus and another cup of coffee at lunch. So I'm at like 2 cups of coffees. This is great. I think we talked about my caffeine addiction in my last plan with me. So yeah, it's just continuing. I also didn't know if Nick was going to come over this weekend. So I wasn't like, my weekend plans were kind of up in the air. Either way, I was going to be relaxing, but then Nick said he was going to come over. And I was like, yay, we're going to do nothing. And he was like, perfect. So he ended up coming over, and we just had like a relaxing weekend of doing pretty much nothing, which I don't think we've ever done before in sincerity, where like we actually just didn't do anything. I mean, we went to go see a movie, but like we didn't do anything and just sat in bed, and I was like, this is the freaking best. Like he was playing on his iPad a video game, and I was scrolling on TikTok. I was also like doing some planner stuff. I was responding to like YouTube comments and working on trying to make my like script stickers, but I will get into that later. But yeah. So for the sidebar, I'm putting down my 2 habit trackers, and like always, they say nighttime skincare and the 10K steps. Although I'm really like debating whether I want that to say workout or not, to mark like if I actually like did any sort of physical activity that day. So I'm still like on the fence. I think 10K steps should stay for a little bit at least. I don't know. Then I put down a half box, and I used a Once More with Love munchkin of 2 munchkins sitting under 2 palm trees in a hammock, which I thought would be cute to mark my countdown to Greece and Vegas. So I put that it was 4 months until Greece and Vegas. And then I put down the thick piece of washi with a This Week sticker from Ice Cream Joe, and put down just 2 of my little to-dos for the week, which is nothing crazy. It was just like to wash my scrubs and to cut Oliver's toe beans by the request of my mom, because he gets like his nails get like super duper long, and I'm like, he's gonna scratch everything. My mom thinks whenever he's scratching something, that means his nails got long. But I was like, he's always going to be scratching things. Let me know when he gets stuck to something. And then that's when I'll usually cut his toenails. I try to do it every 2 weeks, but what can you do? So moving on to Monday, the first thing I marked was that I went to work, which I did. And I was binge listening to The Housemaid. It is a book club book. This is my first month in the book club, and what a book. I could not, quote unquote, put it down. I could not stop listening to it. I was hooked. I remember so I listened to it on my commute to work, and then I got to work and I almost forgot to clock in because I was just like sitting in the staff room, like with my headphones in, just listening to it. It was so good. I couldn't wait for my lunch this day and then also the next day. And I knew I had an early lunch. I always have an early lunch on Tuesdays. And that was like the first time I was like super duper okay with it because I was getting like close to finishing the book. But yeah, so Andrea had texted me and she said that I was going to love this book. She also asked if my sister had read it because my sister is into like these kind of like psychological thriller books. I was looking forward to reading it because it was a recommendation. I like to take recommendations, especially from friends and things like that. But it was something different from what I normally read, which is like those like romantic comedy, like new adult contemporary books, which are always like the same format. But I love that. I love the consistency in that format. So it was so good. So good. I ended up finishing it on Tuesday and I was shooketh. You guys, if you're into reading at all, read this book. It is so good. There's a sequel coming out in February. And I was like, how is this book like gonna have a sequel? That's all I will say. Then after that, I got home and I marked that I got YouTube Partner again. I used to have YouTube Partner when I was doing my YouTube videos, and then it disappeared because I also disappeared for 3 years on YouTube. But I got YouTube Partner back, which was really exciting, so I thought to mark that. And then I watched I think I finished the end of the second season or whatever. Like I caught up basically with Abbott Elementary. I was super duper tired this day. I didn't want to do anything. So I ended up marking that with a page flag and a Once More with Love munchkin of one munchkin dragging the other one to bed. Because like I didn't do much when I got home. It was just like a lot of like, scrolling on your phone, but like not doing anything. But then also scrolling like on your computer and then not doing anything. And I just went to bed so early that day. I think I went to bed at 10. Not even I went to bed at 10. I think I was asleep by 10. Which is crazy. And then I was surprised that I woke up on Tuesday and I was tired because that's more sleep than I usually get on a work day. But, I digress. So on Tuesday, we're going to follow the same format because I went to work and I read a shit ton of The Housemaid and I finished the book and I was like, gasp. We already went through this. So good. Go read it. Then I got home and I got some Happy Mail from Amazon, which was some of the bathing suits that I had ordered for Greece. Spoiler alert, none of them fit right because they just don't. Whenever you go, here we go. I'm going to go on it. If you are a bigger chested lady, if you are blessed in the chesticle area, and you want to wear these cute little tiny bathing suits, like the trendy bathing suits, even if you want to wear like trendy clothes, like all those peasant tops and cottagecore stuff, you can't if you have big boobs. Want to know why? Because like you can go up a size, but the cups don't change. The little fabric that like delineates like the boobs also does not change. So like it gets a little wider, but like my boobs still don't fit in the little cutouts. So specifically with this bathing suit, I ordered my size, the size that Amazon recommended based on all my other orders. I do not care if I'm a small, medium, or large. I just wish stuff would fit. So I ordered a large and it didn't fit in the top and like my boobs kept spilling out. And I was like, fine, I'll get an extra large. I don't care. The cup size was exactly the same. All that happened was that the band got larger and I'm like, I don't understand this. I just want to wear cute bathing suits. And I don't want it to always be this like tube top looking thing, which like if it's strapless, that's another story, but whatever. So like the bathing suits came in and I tried them on and then I had ordered them in a different size. And then those came in. Those also did not fit for the reasons just explained. And I was it gets disheartening and you start to feel bad about yourself. And it takes like a lot of like brain power to like not like let that get to you. And like sometimes it does, because like I want to wear cute bathing suits. I'm still waiting for a bunch of bathing suits to come in, and I am terrified of the boob effect, or like my boobs just not fitting correctly in the top, like it fitting but my boobs not fitting correctly. So we shall see. Fingers crossed. Please everyone cross your fingers, because some of them are super stinking cute, the bathing suits, and I would love to have them to wear in Greece and Vegas. Like I just want to look cute. I just want to be in like my Grecian beach club fantasy realness, please. So like everyone cross your fingers and your toes. Okay, so after that, I got home, I updated the cloud, I updated my planner with the plans like Mondays and Tuesday. I filmed some of this plan with me, and then I got on my treadmill, go me, and I worked out for a little bit. I just did like a 20-minute walk on the Peloton app. Like I just did a 20-minute walking workout, which was really fun. I like that it's just getting me onto the treadmill and there's no pressure to be like, like all full out. Like I think it's good for me. I didn't work out any other day this week. Oh no, I did today on Sunday. Look at me recording the voiceover early. I worked out on Sunday too, but I'm getting into it. And if I only work out one week, that's fine. At least I worked out. And then I edited my plan with me that went up last week on this Tuesday. So I put all the footage together and everything like that. So yeah, moving on to Wednesday, a little bit of a different layout than to Monday and Tuesday up at the top. So I marked that I just like read, because I listened to The Spare, which had come out the day before. It's that Prince Harry book, the autobiography, which I have thoughts on. I will probably talk about it more next week. In the next plan with me, like when I finish the book, hopefully, God willing, because it's long. And then I also read some of the Love Con, which is a physical book that I have. So I was just going back and forth between the two, and I was like really overwhelmed, and I don't know why I did that. Then I went to work. I was at work and I started watching more of the new Circle episodes that came out. Obsessed. The season is so good. And then I got home, I washed my hair, I FaceTimed Nick, and usually, like I said, it's a movie night, but we are like very into Greece and Vegas mode. So we brainstormed a lot of things that we need to make reservations for in Vegas, and other little bits and bobs. We're starting to finalize it all. We probably won't finalize everything until like February, because for some reason we can't make reservations for things. I mean, it's 4 months out. That's why we can't make reservations for things. And also like all of Greece is like closed, which I get because it's like their off season, but we're ready to go. We're ready to make reservations and we don't want to miss out on anything. So moving on to Thursday, I listened to more of The Spare. I kind of just have it playing and I go in and out because some of the first of all, if you don't have this book or the audiobook, it is broken up into 3 parts. The first part has 58 chapters or 59, something like crazy like that. And then the second 2 parts, like following it, have 90 chapters each around there, which is crazy. And some of these chapters, I'm like, was this necessary to like, I don't understand like why you're telling this story. Like, so I don't know. Right now, okay, I was like, I'm not going to get into it. I'm getting into it. It seems kind of boring. There's some chapters where I'm like, oh, that was a cool story. I didn't know that. Like, that was interesting to hear about. And then you listen for like another 10 chapters and you're like, oh my God, like get on with it. And I'm listening at 1.3 speed, which usually like autobiographies, I'm listening to it at like 1, like those are the only times I listen to the books at like 1.1, because the autobiographies are read by the person that wrote the book. And so it's a little, like they speak it a little differently than like narrators of novels would. But Mr. Prince Harry, if I may call you that, I'm listening to you at 1.3 speed. And the only reason I'm not listening to you at 1.4 speed is because you have an accent. And then sometimes I miss things because of said accent. I mean, I don't know. I still have 9 more hours to go at 1.3 speed. So yeah, I listened to more of The Spare. I went to work, and of course I watched more of The Circle. I think I caught up on all the episodes this day, and then I got a really groovy headache, which is different from all the other headaches that I had gotten previously, because my scalp felt cold, and so did my brain. Not to anybody else, because I had people put their hands on my head. They said I felt warm, but like I felt like cold tingling sensations in my head. And I kept Googling it, and they were like, you have a brain freeze. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this in my last plan with me, but I didn't know what it was at all. I didn't know whether to take Advil or not, because I was just like, I don't know if my head hurts or just feels weird. So yeah, so I got home and I took it like really, really easy. I just watched a bunch of stuff on YouTube. I watched stuff on my TV. I'm pretty sure there was like a Harry Potter marathon that was starting this day, so I just like kept it on my TV. I edited some planner photos to post the next day, and then I took a bath, which was glorious. And I think I shaved in the bath, so that was productive. Moving on to Friday. Fridays are always my busiest days in terms of things that I put in my planner. I marked that A published my plan with me. So that was last week's plan with me. I went to the DMV to renew my license. I had to go to the DMV to renew my license because I needed to get the real ID that'll let me travel within like the continental US with my ID instead of having to have my passport on me. Good thing I put on mascara this day, because I got to the DMV and everything went smoothly except for the fact that I didn't know they were going to take my picture. I did not know I was getting a new picture. Last time I got my ID, I did ask for a new picture, so I thought that's why they took it. And then I paid $80 for it, and everyone was like, why did you ask to get a new picture? You didn't have to do that. And I was like, well, I'm dumb and now I'm learning. So I went to the DMV this time to renew the license. I didn't say anything, and she tells me to back up against the white wall, and the next thing I know, my picture's being taken, which, mind you, I'm in a black puffy coat. They didn't ask me to take it off. She did ask me to take my glasses off, thank God. And I have my hair in a ponytail, which, like, I'm one of those people who, like, when she puts her hair in a ponytail, she thinks she looks like a potato. And I feel like I do look like a potato. So now my new license is going to have my hair not only in a ponytail, but in a black puffy coat. But thank God I just put on mascara. I don't know what told me to put on mascara, because I was just going out to do like things this day. But like, I put on a cute shirt, I put on my puffy coat, and I put on mascara and my hair in a ponytail. So I can't wait to see what that photo looks like. Like, it's So then after that, I actually got through the DMV really, really quickly. I love that they have like their new reservation system. It's great. But that meant I had a lot of time to kill before my eye appointment, which I made for like right after the DMV. I thought I was going to be there for like an hour, and then I'd have half an hour to get to my eye appointment, but I had like an hour and a half. So I went to Target, as one does, and just like frolicked around. I bought a Scrub Mommy, which I think is like superior to the Scrub Daddy, because it has the sponge and the scrubby bit on like half and half, and it's so great. I love it a lot better. And then I went to the mall and I got some Lush Valentine's Day goodies. I was also going to go to Adore Me, because they have like a bra that's like pink with red hearts on it. But my mom didn't answer my text when I told her about it. And then my sister said, no, like I don't need it. So I was like, okay, I guess I won't get it. So proud of me for not buying a Valentine's Day bra, but it would have been so freaking cute. And then I went to my eye exam, in which they assured me that my eyesight did not change. Because every time I go there, I'm like, my eyesight's getting worse. And they're like, it's exactly the same. And I'm like, oh, okay. Which is funny, because I laugh at my patients who are like, oh, my gums are horrible. And I look at them and I'm like, no, you're doing good. So it was like that same thing. So I can relate now. They just say that like because of my job with like, I have loupes. So they're like my dental glasses that have magnification on them. And because I spend a lot of time looking through the magnification, that my eyes get strained. And that's why it feels like I can't see anything anymore. So they're like, you just need to like take breaks and like look up. And I'm like, okay, if I can remember. I literally zone out in people's mouths, which is a good thing, because I'm just like focused on cleaning teeth. Didn't want that to sound like a bad thing. So I had my eye exam. I got home. I spent a bunch of time filling out my planner, catching up on the day-by-day stickers that I needed to put down. And this day I actually started messing around with creating scripts, so that one day maybe I don't write my plans in anymore, and I join the masses that only just put in like their own scripts into the planner. So I'm very excited to play around with that. Andrea was a really, 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 really big help, because otherwise I just don't like understand like functionally how to make everything, like how to make the sticker sheets basically. But she was a really big help in that. I feel like I probably would have figured it out and just like overcomplicated it. So Andre helped make it a lot easier. Then Nick came over and I was super duper happy to see him. We went out to dinner with my mom at a taqueria. It was delicious. I had blackened chicken tacos, and then Nick had blackened shrimp tacos. His tacos were better, but this place makes the best rice and beans. It's like green rice and black beans, and it's so good. So good. So good that my mom just ordered it, like, as her entree, which I thought was super cute. Then we got home and we watched The Menu, which I had seen in the movie theaters and Nick hadn't seen, but I didn't mind seeing it again. And upon second watch, I'm like, this is a good movie. My dad did not like it, but I liked it. I thought it was different and I enjoyed it. Plus all the food. My favorite, if you watch The Menu, is like the chicken thigh course, because it comes with like a really like awful story, but I was like, oh, I see what they did there, where they put the scissors in the chicken thigh. I liked it. And then we had some nighttime snuggles, which was great. Then we woke up on Saturday and more snuggles. I freaking love snuggles. And then I made breakfast for everyone. So I made some avocado toast, and then we had a completely lazy day. Like I mentioned at the beginning, like we just laid in bed and like did our own thing, like on our phones and all that stuff, which is like absolutely fine with me. I like did not mind it at all. And it was just so nice to like relax and do more cuddling and watch TV. We continued like the Harry Potter marathon. Oh, and then I put on like RuPaul's Drag Race, and by proxy, like Nick was watching it, which like all I've ever wanted is for Nick to watch RuPaul's Drag Race. And he was like into it, and it was so fun to just like have someone to watch it with. So maybe like he'll want to catch up on some of the episodes like on Wednesdays. That'll be great. I'm going to make him watch that whole season. I wasn't trying to do that, but then when he like looked up from his iPad for longer than like 10 minutes and was watching it, I was like, yes. So then after that, we went to go see Megan, which I am not a horror movie film person, but I was like, fine, because like nothing else is out and I'd seen Avatar already. And I was like, fine, but like if I get really scared and spooked, like don't be embarrassed that like I jump up or like cower into a little ball. But it was really good and I liked it, and it wasn't that scary, and it made me laugh, which like I don't know if that's what the directors were going for, but that's what happened. And then we got home and did more lazy day things, and I just marked at the end that like I binge watched TikTok because that's basically what I did all day. Then last but not least, on a Sunday, more snuggles, and then we woke up early to drive my dad to the airport. And then I did a light load of laundry. I needed to wash my scrubs, and then I just had some extra laundry that was sort of, sitting in my hamper. So I was like, why not do it? I threw it all into one load. I didn't even separate it. I just threw it all into one load because that's how I roll. And then I caught up on my planner things, made some more sticker sheets. I ordered the wrong sticker paper for making stickers, like making the script. So I'm waiting for those to come in. But in the meantime, I made some like sticker sheets of stickers and scripts that I think I would use pretty much like every week. So I did that. And then somehow we impromptu decluttered my garage. Nick had left at this point, and then my mom wanted to put away Christmas decorations. So somehow we just ended up decluttering the garage. And then I went to go make my lunches, realized I didn't have any like snackies for my lunch. So I went to the grocery store and bought some like Doritos and Cheez-Its and things like that, so I can have a little snack with my lunch. Then I did another workout. So I did another Peloton 30-minute walking workout, and it was great because it was Disney themed and I loved every second of it, until I didn't, because there was one part where I was like, I thought this was walking, and we were like power walking at like 4.5 miles an hour, and I'm like, isn't this jogging? I walked it, but I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is jogging. And then last but not least, I binge watched a lot of YouTube videos, most notably Sophia's I stayed at every Vegas hotel 2-parter YouTube. Like she posted 2 videos where she stayed at every hotel on the Las Vegas Strip, on the west side and then on the east side. Mind you, I already booked like my hotel for Vegas, but I still watched all like each 1 hour part of it, and it was so good. Her videos are so good. So I basically binge watched that, and then now I'm recording this voiceover for this plan with me. So yeah, that is everything for this week. I really hope everyone enjoyed this plan with me, and yeah, I think that's it. I will see you all next week.